in Leigh. The WASPIs have brought the sunshine. Can we give a big cheer for the sun? Beautiful morning here in Leigh, but we're obviously here for a reason. Our wonderful WASPI women of Leigh have arranged this event. They've also arranged an awful lot of support and advice to our women who are suffering the state pension inequality that has been going on now for over a year or so. So they've been very, very vocal in what they need to do. I would like to stress that our WASPI group here in Women are probably the first women's WASPI group in the country to set up a support office. So they're not only fighting for the state pension inequality to government, they're supporting other women who may not know about the transitional arrangements. And you know what? The heartbreaking stories that are coming into that office. I sat in the office about 2 weeks ago with the women. And again, the heartbreaking stories of women that are finding it really, really hard. It's hard enough as it is with this Conservative government that we've got. But obviously with the pressures of this state pension inequality, it is, women of that age are finding it even harder. So I am so, so proud to stand here with these women to ensure that people are aware of what women who were born in the 1950s are actually going through.
Everybody in this position. We have a weekly drop-in on Tuesday afternoons between 1 till 3 at Trust in Leigh, just over on Market Street, just under the Town Hall. We also have a Facebook page, LPG WASPI News, which is a public page. We have a web page and we have an email address. If anybody would like to contact us, then I'm Pat Moore, then you can contact me.
Obviously, we introduced this a little while ago, but just for those that weren't here before, I'm Jo Platt. I'm the candidate standing for Leigh in the general election on June the 8th. And I am honoured to support our Leigh WASPI women who have organised this event. They are an amazing group of women, all with their own personal stories and other stories of other women that have been affected by the state pension inequality. So I'm not going to speak for long because I really want to introduce this man here. He's Andrew Gwynne. And he was the MP for Tameside, but he's fighting for his seat in this general election. But Andrew has been a huge supporter of our WASPI women, and I know our Leigh WASPI women think an awful lot of Andrew and everything that he has done in Parliament for our women. So without further ado, here is Andrew. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, ladies and the odd gentleman that are here. But I'm delighted to be here in Leigh for two reasons. Firstly, to support Jo Platt, because in Jo Platt you will have a first-rate Member of Parliament. And we need to make sure that Jo Platt is elected on June the 8th, because she will fight for Leigh and she will fight for the WASPI women of Leigh, and that is the most important thing, that you have a champion on your side. And I will make sure, and you will make sure, that in Jo you have a first-class Member of Parliament. But I'm also here to support a cause that is very close to my heart, and that is the injustice facing those 1950s women. Because you have been penalised, not once, but twice, by
message. It is so true, isn't it? But first, last of all, I want to introduce Peter Stefanovic. Again, he's been a hardened campaigner for our WASPI women, and again looked up to from our women here in Leigh. So without further ado, Peter, thank you.
Thank you, Jo. It's a huge honour to be here today with you to support Jo and to support WASPI. Let's be clear on this, because this is the only way to say this. An entire generation of women Women who gave the best of themselves to their country. Women who worked hard all their lives, paid their taxes and paid their national insurance, have been betrayed and robbed, and many left destitute by a government that was sworn to protect them. Now, what is so extraordinary is that this most arrogant of governments believes it can just get away with that. The WASPI is here to send a very clear message to the government, and that message is that it damn well can't, and we'll send that message to the government on the 8th of June. What is so appalling about the injustice to 1950s women is that it's been inflicted on a generation of women that have already been subjected to the cumulative economic and social discrimination in this country lifelong. The Labour Party is the only political party that has included in its manifesto a definite pledge, thanks to MPs like Andrew here, to right this wrong. The only political party that has committed to give justice to WASPI women. The way in which this government has treated the elderly in this country is absolutely appalling. We've got 1.6 million pensioners.
Our WASPI women, I think, are the only ones in the country that have a support group in Leigh. So they're not only fighting against state pension inequality, they support other women that need help. And there's a lot of women out there, a lot of women born in the 1950s that are still not aware of these changes. So the group are there to signpost and to signpost